Yo, Big Kids back up in here. This right here is a powerful message, y'all. This is a powerful message that we're about to get into. But first, let me give a huge thank you. A huge thank you for Nichelle Bradley and Marcia Brown. Nichelle Bradley and Marcia Brown. I appreciate y'all so much for donating to the channel. Also, Lorraine Love. Shout out Lorraine Love. And Nichelle Bradley and Marcia Brown. Thank y'all so much from the heart. And thank you for congratulating. And give a round of applause for y'all. We just reached 50K, y'all. We just reached 50K subs. Give yourselves a round of applause. And we about to get into this video. A bold message of resistance, unity, and revolution. Got this brother speaking about, well, it's a TikTok collage. You know what? Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
They said, we want land. We want to do for ourselves. We want to hand out. We want to hand up. Open the door, I'll get it myself. The James Brown version of affirmative action. So they were given 400,000 acres, black former Union soldiers and their families who fought in the Union War, 18,000 families, 400,000 acres, about 40 acres each, down the eastern coast, southeastern coast, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, North Florida. Not very good land. It was on the beach. We didn't complain about it. It's not very fruitful to plant crops on the beach. We didn't complain about it. We just got busy. 1,000 blacks occupied the land, worked it so hard. They said, my God, they're so industrious, give them a mule. They were leftover mules from the war effort. This land they were given was Confederate former slaveholders' land. Let that sink in for a minute. Within 2 years, there was pushback. Sounds familiar? There was pushback from after Lincoln was assassinated by the president took over, who gave the land back to the Confederate families who had it before. Yes, that's true. Now that's 400,000 acres. And it was reversed. So around 1862, and I'm going to put this in a podcast, my Money and Wealth podcast, and go into deep details here. 1862. So before this, during the Civil War, the homestead.
He breaking that history down, y'all. This is very important. He knows what he's talking about. He going into the homestead.
That was started, which provided land to any family, 120 acres, 160 acres that went west. Would give you a plot of land, and the government actually hired technical assistance agents to help you understand how to farm the land, treat the land, work the land, build a farm, essentially affirmative action, right? This is essentially DE&I, circa 1862, for white people. I'm not being racial here, by the way. 99% of all of the Homestead Act land plots were to whites. I'm not being racial. Out of almost 1.6 million plots of land.
Just because you listen, man. Just because you're speaking truth doesn't mean that you racist. You know what I'm saying? Gotta speak our truth, man. Without these little, I gotta say this. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say this first. Nah, man. Look, just speak the truth.
270 million acres. In total, 10% of all American land, 10% of all American land, 6,000 plots went to blacks. So after the war, Civil War, blacks were allowed to qualify for the land, but they somehow miraculously, mysteriously never got qualified. So they never got any of the plots. So there's 100 million Americans today who benefit from that generational wealth. That was affirmative action. That was what people want to call DE&I or government assistance, whatever you want to call it. I'm not hating on it. I mean, this is, it's built a great country. This concept that some people are living off the dole and in an unfair situation and other people are self-sufficient, it's just not true. And by the way, that Homestead Act land created many cities, including Denver and Des Moines, and several cities were created because of the Homestead Act land, not just individual plots, farming land, all that stuff came from Homestead Act land. So the Homestead Act land lasted from 1862 to 1930s. And 99.x% of that went to whites who benefited. And blacks got land for a year and a half, 18,000 families, 400,000 acres in plots of land that weren't really usable, and it was snatched from them by the KKK and others, including the federal government. And then they got the FHA later on, who came around and actually created redlining. It wasn't banks; it was the federal government that said we're not going to guarantee loans in black and brown neighborhoods because it's dangerous. Anyway, that's a whole other story, another time. So the people who got FHA loans were
talk that talk
in mainstream neighborhoods. Considered safe. So there was really no shot for blacks to create generational wealth. I don't care how hard you worked. We're trying to reverse a lot of this genre now with hard work and smarts and determination.
Yeah.
But this is the history, and she got it right. God bless her. All right, love and light. Stay in the light and stay positive.
See you.
Hey, thank you for that. We need that knowledge. We need that knowledge to circulate throughout the earth. You know what I'm saying?
You wanted that performance to have been about Drake. You want to highlight A minor, which was a minor part of the performance, because that Super Bowl halftime performance was not about Drake. It was about us, the United States.
We seen him already, y'all. If y'all haven't seen him, go back and look at the other video. We're gonna politely skip through him.
Turning into, and who that person is, who that is, well, that's in America's hands now.
The biggest thing that I just noticed that no one is talking about when it comes to this Kendrick performance is how it has opened up the conversation and connected us more than ever.
Talk that talk. What are they saying right here? Conversations getting started. I can't even read. I cannot even begin to comprehend people who didn't enjoy that performance. There was so much to it. Every time I rewatch it, catch something else. Yeah, yep. That's what Loaded Lux always say. Rewind time is more to find. There's more to find when you rewind. When you rewind time, there's more to find. He say something like that. It's fire. That is fire.
I am absolutely mind blown, like you said, not just about the performance, but how we are all having conversations about this from all walks of life. Because you would think, oh, that's just an American thing. That's just a black people thing. That's just an oppression thing. No, it's an all of us thing. What this performance has us doing is connecting with one another and looking at each other and realizing that, yeah, we might have differences, but we are all more similar. We are all one, more than you think. It's having so many people question, what is this world that we're in? What's real? What's fake? What side of history do I want to be on? What type of person do I want to be? Do I want to lead with hate or
Y'all be careful, because don't forget, they is going to start ushering that NWO, if you know what I'm talking about. So be careful with, you know what I'm saying?
should I lead with love and gratitude? This performance is doing more than you guys think, and I am so happy that we are continuing this conversation, that we are connecting with one another, that we are learning from one another, because that's what we need. We need to continue to connect and unite and stop letting these ultra wealthy and these governments divide us. Because division, it is the oldest play in the playbook.
Yeah, and we still falling for it. Together we stand, divided we fall. Come on, y'all. We got to get together. Stop trying to, you know what I'm saying, knock each other down.
And if y'all continuously let them divide us, you're going to continue to suffer. Because at the end of the day, no matter what your skin color is, sexual orientation, whatever, we are all one.
Scrolling the FYP, and of course the Kendrick stuff is coming my way. I'm going to tag this creator in the caption, but she made it clear to me that when he did Man at the Garden, that was his dad homies behind him, his angels, all throughout the performance. So I just rewatched it for the first time. Only time I saw the performance was Sunday. He said there were 10 people behind him and then 6 lampposts, and I didn't notice until this rewatch that it was a homie on each lamppost. Throughout the whole show, their only job was to sit there and watch over him.
Damn.
I'm trying real hard. That's gonna get me emotional, bro. Because I cannot
They said he was at a grave site. That was a grave site. Damn.
I stress enough, if you ain't from this, you ain't gonna get it, bro. If you ain't lose nobody to the senseless killing, you ain't gonna get it. Oh God. And then the other 10, so 6 were on the light post, and the other 10, I'm gonna try to get through this, man. And the other 10 were behind him making the beat on the test, and you know, the dope. And they cheesing the whole time with the grill, but they making the beat. They doing the quartet for the dope. They supporting him. He got, oh God, he got his dead homie supporting him and watching over. Why? As I sit here and look up at these lamp posts, I like to imagine the people I lost watching over me, man. That's why hip hop ain't something to play with, bro. This ain't nothing to play with. Just on the phone with my boy today saying, I got a project coming. I don't know when, but it's coming. I know it's gonna be on the internet. I want to cosplay, I want to dress like us, I want to talk like us, but you don't want what come with being from here. You don't want this. You don't want this. The results and the symptoms that come from being marginalized, the results of systematic and systemic oppression, 40 acres and a mule, this is deeper than rap. Don't come over to this culture and play with it. Don't you play with this.
Kendrick! I feel so slow, okay? Forgive me, I'm not a hip-hop head. But for all the people that are, y'all just sit to the side. I'm going to talk to my people. Ever since GNX dropped, I have listened to that whole album, cover to cover, 2 times a week at minimum, because I listen to it during my gym time. So at least 2 to 3 times a week, I'm listening to the whole album. Why today, a few days after the Super Bowl, do I realize that TV Off was specifically made for the Super Bowl?
Damn.
And not only was it specifically made for the Super Bowl, but it is a clarion call as well as a set of instructions. He's literally telling us what to do, and he's telling us why he's doing what he's doing. In the beginning of the song, he says, all I ever wanted was a black grand national, F being rational, this is what they asked for. It's not enough. Few solid women left, but it's not enough. Few niggas that'll really step, but it's not enough. He's literally saying, like, I cannot do all of this by myself. I'm going to do what I have to do. I'm going to do it, but we need more people for the cause.
Thank you. If you're trying to hinder the unity of us, I ain't got nothing for you, man. I can't sit up here and just be preaching to you forever, man. You got to get yourself right so you can come together. We can do this thing together, man.
I'll be on the A, but somebody got to do it. Keep my foot up on the gas, but somebody got to do it. Like, I'm gonna take the hits. I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna take the hits, but y'all need to pick up what I'm putting down.
Right.
Y'all need to pick up what I'm putting down. They're gonna be mad. They're gonna be upset. They're gonna do all of this stuff, but it's up to us to start the revolution. Matter of fact, he literally said,
not only that, keep it going. Keep talking about it. Keep on talking about it. Don't let it die out. Don't let them people come out with some type of stimulus package, and next thing you know, you done forgot about everything. That's how they do. A gift destroys the heart. I'm telling you.
Really says this is not a song. This is revelation. Like, he's like, don't. Yeah, we got the beat because we know we need a beat to get the people listening for real. But this is like literally a revolution. This is the revelation. I need you to wake up. Then after that, now here's where I come in as a relational trauma therapist who's been telling y'all that community is going to save us, right? I've been saying this since 2021. Not only is community going to save us, but marriage, I believe, is foundational in the Black community in order to not just build Black wealth, but to build like connectivity and all these other things I can talk about in another video. In the first verse, he's literally talking to women and saying, like, you need a man. That man should protect you. Like, I'm gonna protect you. I'm gonna correct you if it's needed. Don't put your life in these weird.
And he talking about men too, when he said, look, it's tricky right now. I forgot the lyric. He said, hey, look, it's best that you stay with one woman because it's tricky out here. You know what I'm saying?
His hands. So I think he's talking about like how there is a trend right now, Black women going to the other side, right? And getting down with the squirrel, whatever. I think he's speaking against that. Then the second verse, he's corralling men, so to speak, to be like, listen, if you're not what I'm on, like, you can go. Like, you acting entitled, but I'll cut my granny off if she don't see it how I see it. Like, don't think just because we skin folk that we can folk. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the whole point was for us to listen to and be like, okay, cool. To watch the Super Bowl, then go back to it and get the instructions. And then I think he's like, turn the TV off. So I think part of it was, you know, literally the Super Bowl, turn that off, propaganda, etc. But also in general, like be mindful of what's coming through your TV screens, because like that is where all the messaging is coming from. Turn it off. Turn to more credible sources. Like, and, you know, and he's literally saying like, walked in New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling. Like, he's like, I'm going to reinforce this message on this stage and on this platform. Am I tripping? Tell me if I'm tripping, because this is not my lane at all. Interpreting music is not my lane, but
But it's an art of listening as well. You know, somebody else breakdown may be way different. That's what's special about us. It could be different breakdowns, different perspectives. But at the end of the day, it's positivity that you can apply to your life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a beautiful thing about art. It's a spirit that can't be tamed. And they've trying to capture it. They've tried to tame it for years. You cannot capture this art, man.
It hit me today after I left the gym. I was like, wait, let me listen to TV off one more time while I was in the shower. I was like, oh my God, I'm losing it. Tell me if I'm off. Tell me what I missed. Tell me all the things.
In arguably the most magnified.
You see how hyped and excited she is? That's the point right there. But she got to keep that going when she's done. She's going to have to keep that inspiration going. Keep talking about it. We got to keep talking about this. We can't let this die out.
Moment of Kendrick Lamar's public career. He chose to talk about the great American game. Many are saying, why didn't he do songs that were more pleasing to the crowd, that would have made for a more entertaining halftime show? But his goal was not entertainment alone. His goal has never been entertainment alone. He told us that the whole point of this halftime show was to tell a story. Through 11 songs that were narrated by Uncle Sam as the scorekeeper, the stage plot configuration was based on the controller for the Sony PlayStation. It was also inspired by Squid Games. Through Kendrick playing the game, we got to see what actions or what behavior was praised by Uncle Sam and what behavior caused deductions or scrutiny. Of course, I'm working on a larger video and kind of compiling my ideas because like everything else Kendrick does, I feel like the full weight, the full depth of what he communicated cannot be grasped in 1 or 2 or 3 viewings. Like many other things Dot has done, I feel like the full magnitude and weight of the artistic offering may not be appreciated in the moment, but with time, the communication, the artistic decisions will age like fine wine. Also, for everybody saying it was a snooze fest, it was boring, it wasn't it, I have to say most of those.
I'm happy they felt like that. That mean that it worked. That mean that it worked. For the people who it was intended for, they got it. For the people who it wasn't for, they didn't get it. That's the way it was supposed to go.
People are not interested in black culture and the preservation of black culture to begin with. In a moment when all eyes were watching, he chose to speak directly to African Americans, to speak to the African American circumstance here in America. He chose to highlight something that is perceived as dangerous and despicable to both America and many people in our own community, which is black masculinity, black manhood. There were so many depictions of black men as they are, and he showed appreciation for that. He brought that to the Super Bowl. Of course, a lot of people don't like that and are hating on that because they don't like niggas. They're supposed to hate. They supposed to be mad. They supposed to hate it because they don't love us. They don't think we deserve it all. Anyway, it took a lot of courage to do what he did, to not play it safe. Many of us would have cowered to the moment and done what was safe, to done what was entertaining. But Kendrick came to the blackest city in America with the blackest team playing in the NFL and played his part. Say what you want. That's some gangster shit.
Kendrick literally performed an American-themed Squid Games at the Super Bowl, and niggas got the nerve to tell me that shit was boring? That it wasn't entertaining? That y'all wasn't looking and y'all wasn't listening?
Y'all ain't listening.
Go back and rewatch it.
So the more that I rewatch this performance, the more that I realize this is a clear call for a revolution. Not only does he come up and say that this revolution will be televised, you picked the right time but the wrong guy. You have Samuel L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam, who is the embodiment of America. When he asks, do you know how to play the game? That is a...
Yeah, that's the end of it. We saying him too. He's in the other collage. I don't like to give y'all old, I like to keep it new and fresh. But yeah, this is powerful. This uprising, listen, this uprising, we gotta capture this. We gotta capture this and keep it. This conversation must be circulated and constantly evolving. We can't, just forget about this tomorrow. Seriously, man, we got to keep talking about this. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Y'all put in the comment section. Big Kish signing out. I'm gone, y'all.